Echoes in the Code, the story. My name is Alex Rivera, and for a long time I believed that if you wrote clean code and treated people decently, the world would eventually balance out. I was wrong. I wake up most mornings to the same muted alarm at 6:45 a.m. The fog thick enough outside my mission, district window, that I can't tell where the glass ends and the sky begins. Sarah is already moving around the apartment in that quiet, deliberate way of hers, bare feet on hardwood, the soft scratch of her stylus against the tablet. She's working on branding for some startup that makes sustainable dog food. I kiss the top of her head as I pass. She smells like coffee and cedar from the candle she lit last night. "Don't forget we have dinner with my parents tomorrow," she says without looking up. "I won't." "You will," she answers, smiling into her screen. She's right. I always do. By 8:27 a.m., I'm on the ConnectSphere shuttle. Headphones in, staring at the feed I helped build. Someone's kid took their first steps. Someone else is screaming about vaccine microchips. The algorithm surfaces both with perfect indifference. I used to feel proud watching it all flow. Now it just feels like watching blood move through veins I soldered myself. Jordan is waiting by the entrance with 2 lattes, same as every morning for the last 2 years. "Extra shot for the zombie," they say, handing me the taller cup. I take it. "Thanks." They bump my shoulder. "You good? You look like you haven't slept since the Clinton administration." I laugh, because that's what you do when Jordan makes a joke. You laugh, and you feel lighter, and you remember why you've loved them since we were 19 and failing operating systems together. Inside, the campus is exactly what the recruiting brochures promised. Blonde wood, living walls, a meditation room nobody uses. Maya is already at her desk, hood up, typing like the keyboard owes her money. Liam glides past in his Patagonia vest, murmuring something about North Star metrics. I nod, boot my laptop, and disappear into the recommendation engine, the way other people disappear into prayer. I love this codebase, the way sailors love the sea. I respect it, fear it a little, and know every current by heart. That's why the latency spike bothers me so much. It's tiny 3.7 milliseconds on average, but it's persistent, and it only shows up in one telemetry pipeline. I tag it in Jira as P3. Nobody will care. I care. The first night I stay late is a Tuesday. Sarah texts at 9:14 a.m., "You coming home, or should I eat your half of the curry?" I reply, "Eat the curry. I'll warm up leftovers. Love you." I don't warm up leftovers. I'm still at my desk at 2 a.m., tracing packets like breadcrumbs. The office after midnight is a different animal. The lights dim to 30%. The air handlers hum like distant surf. I have the floor to myself except for the cleaning crew and the low electric heartbeat of the server room, 3 floors below. That's when I see it. A packet wrapped in a cipher we don't use for normal telemetry. Destination, an internal endpoint tagged Echo. The project code doesn't appear in any Confluence space I have access to, which is supposed to be impossible. I'm a staff engineer on the Core Rex team. If something lives in production, I'm read in. I tell myself it's probably some skunkworks experiment. Machine learning psychographics for better ad targeting. Creepy but legal. Still, curiosity is a jealous god. I spend the next 4 nights brute, forcing the key schedule from scattered constants in our crypto library. On Saturday morning, when I finally decrypt a sample payload, I have to sit very still for a long time so I don't throw up on my keyboard. It isn't ad targeting, it's everything. Inferred political leanings with confidence scores, sexual orientation probability curves, depression risk indices, suicide ideation flags, all stitched together from likes, dwell time, emoji patterns, the hour you post, the songs you listen to while scrolling, packaged and sold in real time to brokers I've never heard of. One of the buyers is a political consultancy that helped flip 3 swing states last cycle. I close the laptop, walk to the window, and watch the Bay Bridge lights shimmer in the fog. My reflection stares back, pale, eyes too wide. I need to tell someone. The only someone I trust is Jordan. We meet at the Page on Divisato, a bar dark enough that nobody from work ever goes there. Jordan shows up 20 minutes late, hair still damp from the gym, laughing about some investor who asked if ConnectSphere is the new TikTok. I wait until our second round. Then, I slide my phone across the table, screen unlocked to a sanitized excerpt of the payload. Jordan's smile fades slowly, the way daylight does when a cloud passes over the sun. Alex, they say quietly. Where did you get this? I explain. The whole thing. The nights, the cipher, the brokers. They don't speak for a long time. Then, I know. The words land between us like a body. What do you mean you know? Jordan looks suddenly older. I've known for 7 months. It started as a side project under Liam's old boss. When the board found out, they didn't kill it. They moved it deeper, gave it a real budget, real customers. I can't feel my fingers, and you didn't tell me. I couldn't. Their voice cracks. They made it clear, if word leaks before they're ready to announce responsible versions, heads roll, starting with whoever talks. So you just went along with it. Jordan's eyes glisten. I told myself I could influence it from the inside. Push for consent models, audit trails. Jordan, I can barely hear myself. They're selling depression scores to loan companies. They flinch, like I slapped them. We sit in silence until the bartender starts stacking chairs. Outside, the fog has swallowed the streetlights. Jordan walks me to my bike. Let it go, they say at the corner. Please, for both of us. I don't answer. I ride home with the wind cutting through my jacket and the taste of metal in my mouth. The next weeks are a special kind of hell. I go to work. I pair with Maya on a beep tests. I laugh at Liam's jokes about delighting users at scale, but every keystroke feels like collusion. Every time Jordan passes my desk and our eyes meet, something inside me tears a little more. Sarah notices first. We're on the couch watching some Netflix documentary about dolphins when she pauses it and turns to me. You're disappearing, she says. Talk to me. I want to. God, I want to. But if I tell her, she becomes a target too. So I kiss her forehead and say work is just intense right now. She doesn't believe me, I can tell. But she lets me hold her anyway. I start collecting evidence the way drowning people collect air in desperate hidden gulps. Encrypted drive in a false bottom drawer. Screenshots rotated and re-encrypted. Dead, drop email routed through Tor. I tell myself I'm only documenting, that I haven't decided anything yet. But every night, I dream of the data. Rivers of it, black and viscous, pouring out of server racks and over the edge of the world. Jordan corners me in the parking garage one Thursday at midnight. I know what you're doing, they say. Their voice is flat, stripped of its usual music. I lean against my car and wait. You're backing things up, off network. You're using Tails on a burner laptop. You think nobody notices when staff engineers suddenly start working from weird cafes in Oakland. My pulse is loud in my ears. Are you following me? I'm trying to protect you. Jordan steps closer. The garage lights carve harsh shadows across their face. They're watching you, Alex. Not just logs, people. If you push this, you disappear in ways that don't involve a severance package. I laugh, and it sounds broken. So what? I should thank you for the heads up. I'm begging you. Their voice cracks. We can fix this together from the inside. I'm this close to getting on the ethics council. There is no inside anymore, Jordan. There's only the machine and the people it eats. We stare at each other across 3 feet that feel like 3 miles. Finally, they whisper. I took the promotion because my mom's medical bills are $200,000 and climbing. I looked away because I had to. You don't get to judge me for that. I feel something inside me collapse. Not anger, worse, understanding. I'm not judging you, I say. I'm grieving you. I get in my car and drive home with the windows down, so the cold can keep me from screaming. Sarah is asleep when I slip into bed. I lie on my back and stare at the ceiling and make the decision I've been circling for weeks. I'm going to burn it down. I spend the next 10 days preparing. I reach out to a journalist I once met at a privacy conference. She wrote the piece that got me radicalized in the first place. We communicate only through Signal and encrypted email. I package everything, raw payloads, broker contracts, internal Slack threads, where executives joke about mind reading at scale. On the night I plan to send it, Friday, December 13th, I stay late again. The building is almost empty. Holiday party hangover. I sit at my desk with the upload window open, progress bar waiting for my click. Jordan appears in the doorway like a ghost. Don't, they say. I don't stop typing. They'll destroy you, your career. Sarah, everything you love. Maybe, I say. My voice is calm. I'm surprised by how calm. But silence has a body count too. Jordan crosses the room in 3 strides and grabs my wrist, not hard, just enough to make me look at them. I took a leave of absence this morning, they say. I'm flying to my mom's tonight. If this goes live, I lose the insurance that's keeping her alive. You will literally be choosing between her life and your conscience. The room tilts. I stare at their hand on my wrist, at the faint white scar we both have from the time we tried to build a drone in college. And it exploded. I think about the girl in Ohio who killed herself after being targeted with self-harm, as her parents swear she never searched for. I think about the election that turned on 43, 0 votes in Michigan. I think about Jordan's mom, who used to send us care packages of homemade alfajors when we were broke students. My finger hovers over the enter key. Jordan's eyes are wet. Please, Alex, I'm begging you, be the better person I could never be. I look at them for a long time. Then, I close the laptop. Jordan exhales like someone pulled from drowning, but I'm not done. I stand up, pull the encrypted drive from my pocket, and press it into their hand. Upload it yourself, I say, anonymously, tonight. Or I will tomorrow with both our names on it. Their fingers close around the drive like it burns. You'd throw me to the wolves to save your own soul. No, I say. I'm throwing you the match so you can choose whether to burn with me or light the way out. I walk past them, down the hallway, into the elevator. The doors close on Jordan's stunned face. I don't sleep. I sit on the balcony until dawn, fog dripping from the fire escape. At 6:12 a.m. My phone buzzes with a news alert. Connextsphere data, harvesting scandal, anonymous leak, exposes secret echo program. By 7 o'clock, and the stock is down 28%. By noon, Liam has resigned. By evening, the journalist confirms the documents are live and verifiable. Jordan never attached their name, or mine. I am fired on Monday. Security escorts me out with a cardboard box and the same polite smile they use for visitors. Sarah meets me at home. She reads the articles, looks at me for a long time, then wraps her arms around my neck and holds me while I shake. 3 weeks later, I get a text from an unknown number. Mom's treatment is covered by the Class Action Settlement Fund. Thank you. I'm sorry. Jay, I don't reply. Some nights, I still wake up reaching for the friend who isn't there. Some mornings, I open my laptop and contribute patches to privacy tools nobody will ever thank me for. I lost my job, my best friend, and whatever navette I had left. But when I walk past newsstands and see headlines about new privacy laws, about Connexsphere's board stepping down, about teenagers learning the word psychographics in civics class, I feel something that isn't quite peace, but might be the seed of it. Sarah and I moved to a smaller apartment in Oakland. She got more freelance work. I grow tomatoes on the balcony that actually survive. Trust is harder now. I flinch when people stand too close on the train. I read every privacy policy like it's a suicide note. But I can look at myself in the mirror, and for the first time in years, the reflection doesn't look away.